What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan, and I am your bearded nootropics information wizard. Thanks so much for being with me. Today's video is going to be super quick and super simple, but it's going to be awesome, so stick around. Like us on Facebook. Facebook.com/cortexstacks is where we preside, and on the web at livecortex.com/blog is a pretty big blog for nootropics information. Probably the most useful part of the blog is that there's 83 podcasts that are audio and free that teach you everything about nootropics, give you anecdotals, give you super stacks. I mean, it's really awesome. So livecortex.com/blog. Make sure you go there daily to check out new content on specifically nootropics. 3 powerful nootropic products support this broadcast. Here they are.
Elite level nootropic
right, number
products.
One, we've got a nootropic stack. It is called Cortex. It supports this company. It's been around for just about 3 years now. Ships to, at this point, 20 countries. I mean, it's a strong nootropic stack that folks all around the world use. Prominently, business people, corporate people, some nootropics experimenters, but generally people that just need to get work done and want to focus and flow. Take our stack. So buy a bottle of what's being called the only pre-made nootropic stack that works. It's got a super nootropic in it called uridine monophosphate at livecortex.com. If you use the coupon code 5 FIVE, that saves you some money, get you the stack right now for $28. If you need my help personally on anything related to nootropics, we have a nootropics consulting service. It's a 40-minute call with me, 15 additional email correspondences. And if you're new to nootropics, we wrote a book for you. It's called Smarter, Better, Faster. It teaches you how to surgically use nootropics, gives you many stacks, shows you the right way to get the best effects from nootropics. And it's digital. You can download it right away. Get all that stuff at livecortex.com. Okay, so we got an email basically asking, how do I know which Racetam to start with? I've been taking like a bunch of other stuff. Guy was taking modafinil for quite some time. Choline sources, Alcar, etc. Never fussed with Racetams. Finally getting around to it. So he's like, there's 8 of them. So what's your take on that? My take on that is this. First, I think it's important to get out what I think is the elephant in the room as far as Racetams go, and say don't take nepharacetam. Nepharacetam has demonstrated like kidney necrosis in canines. Not to say that that's extrapolatable to humans, because there's a compound called theobromine, which is a stimulant that humans can take just fine, but that if you give it to a dog, they'll die because dogs can't metabolize it at all. And so basically just a super stimulant to the nervous system, and it kills them. So that could be the same deal with nepharacetam. However, there are anecdotal reports of people taking it and having kidney pain. So don't take nepharacetam. So that takes you down to 7. So you got piracetam, aniracetam, oxiracetam, phenylpiracetam, coliracetam, pramiracetam, and then fasoracetam. Putting it simply, if what you're looking for is a non-stimulated flow, go with fasoracetam in like 10 to 20 milligram quantities. If you want a mildly stimulating memory enhancement and verbal fluency and focus enhancement, go with coliracetam at 5 to 25 milligrams. If you want a super stimulating, super speed of processing inducing, working memory inducing, productive drive inducing nootropic compound, then go with aniracetam at 700 to 1,000 milligrams. If you want a laser focus and stimulating racetam, go with oxiracetam at 1 gram or 1.5 grams. If you want subtle all of those, so subtle flow, subtle focus, subtle memory, but good verbal fluency, subtle stimulation, go with piracetam. Piracetam is like pretty awesome for that. And if you want to basically have some degree of stimulation, but just have everything working really well, so processing capacity, processing speed, lots of memory retention, just sort of memory retention working really well, then go with pramiracetam. That's what I would go with in 200 milligram quantities. And finally, if you want to have essentially a stimulant racetam, like you just want something like that's really going to wake you up, like you stack it with coffee or something, and you're good. It's going to be an interesting experience, and you'll have good brain energy for 3 hours or so, like to be on task and focus and just kind of crank workout, sort of like a Durafinil or something. Then do phenylpiracetam and shoot for between 75 and 250 milligrams. You'll kind of have to find your sweet spot. That's my take on it. So yes, over time, I actually have learned that there are certain things, certain brain states and certain effects associated with each racetam. And if you understand them, then you can take a particular racetam for a particular thing, particular brain state that you want for some stuff you got to do. Which, by the way, is the sort of the major tenet, or the foundation of the sort of suggestions that we talk about on this channel, and I have come to learn over just about a decade taking nootropics, this is the best way to take them. Okay, so like, do I want to be able to just memorize a bunch of stuff? All right, take this nootropic. Right? Do I really want hardcore focus and just to feel stimulated, to feel energized, and to feel rocking to go do something? I'm going to take phenylpiracetam. Do I just want like 12 hours of endless brain energy so that I can engage in something I don't really want to engage in? Take 400 milligrams or 300 milligrams or so of adrafinil. If I just want brain energy paired with my coffee to get me to kind of in an amped up go mode, take 500 milligrams of Alcar, drink a cup of coffee and you're on your way. Okay, so that's how you think about nootropics, and that's the breakdown of different racetams. You really have to understand what each one of them does so that you can choose accordingly, because that's the best way to use nootropics. So I hope that makes sense. Ryan at livecortex.com if you have questions about any of this stuff and want me to try to answer this stuff on the air, I will. If you need my help personally, we've got a consulting service on nootropics. We can do that too. Specials, the Cortex stack right now, $28. That's our nootropic stack, significantly strong stack. Just use the coupon code 5, F-I-V-E. That'll save you some money on our nootropic stack, powerful pre-made stack. And again, if you're new to nootropics and kind of want to understand all this stuff, we break a lot of racetams down in this book. Just buy Smarter, Better, Faster. That's really where you start when you're new or within a year. Anybody could get some benefit out of reading it. It's digital, downloadable, and awesome. I hope that's made sense. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you next time. What's up, everybody? Ryan Michael Balla here. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Look, we've got, as it stands, 5 primary products that I want to just explain to you. You heard us mention them during the video, so I'm going to break them down. Number 1, from left to right, the Cortex Nootropic Stack. This is a cognitive enhancement stack that you really want to take to turn the lights on. Just to give you an idea, hardcore business folks that require 18 to 20 hours of brain function, take the Cortex stack. That's what we initially designed it for, but then like everybody in the nootropic sphere loved it. Verbal fluency, speed of processing, motivation, drive to want to work. That's what the Cortex stack does. Moving right along, the aniracetam guide there, that is called the Beginner's Guide to Aniracetam, breaks down 25 powerful aniracetam stacks, shows you how to use aniracetam. It's essentially the everything guide to aniracetam. Long demanded, folks asked us for it, we delivered. It is fully digital, lots of powerful stacks. And then there's the nootropic stack for the business professional. That's basically 100, right around 100 powerful uridine, modafinil, theacrine, aniracetam, oxiracetam, phenylpiracetam, Alcar stacks for business situations, for the type of brain states that business folks need for sustained performance. Next is the Racetam God Guide. That is a high-level every Racetam guide, digital guide. We've got all the major Racetams with accompanying focus stacks and memory stacks and speed of processing stacks. In that Racetam. There's 8 major nootropic racetams, and that guide explains all of them and accompanying stacks. Then there's the Noopept Pro Stack List. The Noopept Pro Stack List is a digital guide that explains oral, so just taking it by mouth, sublingual, taking it under the tongue, and then intranasal, spraying Noopept nasal spray in your nose, stacks. It's just a bunch of stacks, a giant stack list of Noopept stacks that are highly effective, pro-level, specific brain state inducing type of Noopept stacks. That thing has been a hit out there with the market. And then last, there's Smarter, Better, Faster. Smarter, Better, Faster is the all-around, everything nootropics digital guide. If you just want to learn everything, many racetams, modafinil, etc., get Smarter, Better, Faster. It's like the guide you need to know if you're new to nootropics, to learn basically everything and to walk away knowing what you need to know on nootropics. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. Get this stuff at livecortex.com and rock on.